Hello everyone, I am Arabella Rahmadhani Putri, and here in this video, I will present about my final project. The story that I choose is The King of Birds. In this video, we will have few sections. There are story summary, key vocabulary, inferences, and conclusion. Last but not least is suggestion. In Korea, there are two brothers lived very different lives. The older brother Nahalbo tricked his younger brother Hyungbo and took all their father's property. Nahalbo became very rich, living in a big house, while Hyungbo struggled in a small poor hut with his wife and children. To survive from this situation, Hyungbo and his wife made sandals and sold them at the market. One day, when Hyungbo left for work, his family got hungry, so his wife decided to send their oldest son to his rich uncle, Nahalbo, to ask for some rice for them. But Nahalbo was cruel and refused to help. He even hurting the boy when he begged. When the boy went home with empty hand and red eyes, Hyungbo's wife feeling desperate. She decided to sell sandals to buy food. The next day, Hyungbo went home with firewood, which he sold to buy sandals for his wife and food for the family. Slowly, things started to improve for their family. In spring, Hyungbo saved a little bird with a broken leg, and the bird later returned with a magical seed from the king of birds. Hyungbo planted the seed and it quickly grew into a vine that produced giant pumpkins. When he opened the pumpkins, he found gold, clothes, and workers who built him a new house. His family's life suddenly changed. When Nahalbo heard about his brother's good luck, he tried to copy him. He hired a bird and waited for the magical seed to plant pumpkins. But when he opened his pumpkin, instead of riches, strange and noisy things came out from the pumpkins. His house was filled with circus performance and other annoyances, making him cost all his money and destroying everything. In the end, Nahalbo lost his wealth, and he had no choice but to go to his kind younger brother Hyungbo and ask for help. Hyungbo gave him charity. From then on, Nahalbo lived in a small cottage on Hyungbo's land, and he never again acted arrogantly or unkindly. He learned that kindness was more important than wealth. For the key vocabulary, there are some vocabularies that I missed a meaning. There are touched, hurt, despair, scattered, winnowing, and plug. The first one is thatched. I found this in the text. Meanwhile, the younger brother Hyungbo lived in a thatched hut, and when it rained, the water dripped on the earthen floor. I thought the meaning was covered. Then I searched the real meaning. It said thatch is a material, a straw, rushes, leaves, or the like used to cover ribs, grains, stacks, or etc. Second one is hut. I found this in the text. Meanwhile, the younger brother Hyungbo lived in a thatched hut, and when it rained, the water dripped on the earthen floor. I thought the meaning was house. Then I searched again the real meaning. It said, hut is a small or humble dwelling of simple construction, especially one made of natural materials as of logs or grass. The third one is despair. I found this in the text. Even the rat who lived in their house squealed in despair. I thought the meaning was sadness. Then I searched the real meaning. It said, despair is the complete loss or absence of hope or hopelessness. The fourth one is scattered. I found this in the text. He saw fat, happy pigs rolling in the mud, and hens clucking and pecking at corn scattered on the ground. I thought the meaning was spread. Then I searched the real meaning. It said scattered is covered with objects thrown or spread randomly over it, throw or distribute. The fifth one is winnowing. I found this in the text. Then his wife found work winnowing rice through a large sieve. I thought the meaning was cooking. Then I searched the real meaning. It said winnowing is blow a current of air through grain in order to remove the chaff, divide, get rid of. The sixth one is pluck. I found this in the text. Spring came and he was hired to pluck and sow seed. I thought the meaning is steer, so I searched the real meaning. It said pluck is turn up the earth of an area of land with a plow, especially before sowing work till cultivated. Next is inferences and conclusion. I have two inferences from the story. The first one is from Hyung-bo's character. I inferred that Hyung-bo is responsible to his family. It proved by textual evidence in the story that said he sold the twigs and bought a new pair of sandals for his wife, as well as enough food to last some days. And the other inference is from Nahalbo. I inferred he is cruel. It proved by textual evidence in the story that said he caught the poor boy by the collar and threw him out, hurting him and making him cry bitterly. For the last section is suggestion. For readers, first, you can highlighting unknown words. This helps us as readers to understand the meaning of the sentences. Ignoring unfamiliar word will lead us to confusion about the story's plot. Second is noting characters and plot. You can take small notes about the characters. For example, Hyung-bo is kind, Nalbo is greedy. And also the sequence of events. It really can greatly help in understanding the storyline better. For the writer, in the part where the son cries because of Nahalbo's treatment, there should be a scene where Hyung-bo goes to Nahalbo's house to demand justice. Hyung-bo could firmly say, "My child doesn't deserve to be treated like that. If you don't want to help, that's fine, but don't ever hurt him." This would show that Hyung-bo is not only kind-hearted, but also has boundaries when it comes to protecting his family. However, the writer has to make sure that Hyung-bo doesn't lose his temper unnecessarily. That's all my final project. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.